Hi, I'm Michelle Adkins, sales manager at Lake Lawn Resort, and I work with religious groups.
And I'm Pastor Mike Chaplain at Lake Lawn Resort. Get to be there once a week, and we meet with staff and with guests at the resort and just provide a listening ear for anyone who would like to take advantage of that. So we've talked previously in our conversations about the value of Lake Lawn and all the different things that we offer. What are some of the things that are kind of off the cuff that we can bring to groups that want to come to Lake Lawn? Say you've had an amazing session and you've had a speaker who's been talking and they has really touched your life. Where does it go from there?
Well, they can break out, and we have seating throughout the whole resort, or they could go sit by the water and just kind of focus on what they just heard, or whether it's God's word or just whether they're just focusing on growing personally.
Okay.
And there's just not a better place to do it when you're by the water, or if you want to find a little nook, you can.
I completely agree with you on that. When I'm tired, I just love to go sit by the fireplaces, and they restore. Even on a warm day, you can get a little ways away from there. There's just something about the crackling. And
Over by 1878, there's a gorgeous fireplace.
Yeah.
And then we see a lot of people up by the front desk where we have the other fireplace. And being able to walk throughout the resort, and you can just feel his presence there.
Yeah. We used to do prayer retreats with a group of men. We'd get together with about 20 to 30 men, and we would pray, and God would meet with us in those times that we were together. We had someone who would orchestrate that, and that was really powerful. But then equally powerful, I think, for us was that when that time together would end, we would break up, and sometimes they would give us questions that they would send us off to think about, and other times we would just go off alone to reflect and have quiet time. And I think at Lake Lawn we provide wonderful opportunities to, whether your thing is to go sit on a pier and just hear the waves lapping, or to go, like we've said, to that fireplace, or maybe you just want to go back to your room. The rooms are gorgeous. We just had when did we have that renovation? It's been a year now? 2 years. And they are beautiful.
Beautiful.
They got that restful feeling.
The whole resort's renovated now, and it's lovely. The restaurants, to the rooms, to the spa, there's just something for everybody.
I completely agree. It's just, and there's so much, like we were talking about, 2.5 miles of lakefront, and that if you want to get away from people, there's going to be some place, or if you want to bump in, or if you just want to sit down and have a glass of wine, if that's your thing.
Definitely a stress-free environment.
Yeah.
You renew your soul.
Yeah, there's just so many different places.
Right.
Flowers in the summer that you can sit down and
it's lovely in the winter.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just some peaceful about Lake Lawn Resort. I completely agree. But I think there are many different places you can go if your session has ended and you just need a place to get away. And there are ample opportunities for people to find that solitude.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, at Lake Lawn Resort, we offer a ton of things, don't we? What kind of groups have you had come to the group, to Lake Lawn, to use the retreat facilities?
We've had so many. We've had pastor retreats. We've had marriage retreats. We've had leadership retreats, women retreats, men retreats. We've had all kinds of retreats that for the religious groups.
And what size groups would be able to come? Big, little, in between?
Anything. We have had groups of 300 and 210.
So when I was working with youth groups, we would do large events, and it seems like a lot of that comes down to the planning, and we have such a wonderful group sales department, because that's what you do, right?
Right.
How does a group coordinate that so that they can come and have that kind of experience?
They would just need to call me, and we can help them plan their event, large or small. We can pretty much do anything at Lake Lawn. We'll work with them and ask them some questions and see what their vision is, and we make their vision work.
I certainly agree with that. I've seen some huge groups in my time where our parking lot is filled, and we've got in nice weather. We've got tents outside. Even last winter, we had that event where we had a huge tent that was outside the building so that we could expand our space, and we had like 2,000 for that
Correct.
Christmas party.
Correct.
So we can do groups of all different sizes.
All different sizes.
So for events that people want to do, we can do groups of 5 up to only God knows, right?
Right. Right. Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right, because our I'm sure your goal is to help people get away and just have a life-changing experience where they can meet with God and
Correct.
And with each other, of course, and experience God in new ways. And I would love to think that Lake Lawn is the kind of place where people are going to come, and it just enables that in the best kind of way to happen.
Correct. Just to rejuvenate their soul and to go home feeling relaxed and refreshed.
Yeah. And one of the things that you mentioned in an earlier conversation is the Queen, being able to go out on the lake. I'm sure if a group wanted to go out on a boat, we'd be happy to set that up too, right?
We can work with them and do anything they want.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The Queen holds 75. It's a big boat, and there's upstairs and downstairs. And it can be anywhere from an hour tour to a 3-hour tour.
Yeah. Another thing that we offer is 2 outdoor pools, correct?
We have 2 outdoor pools and 1 indoor.
Yeah, so if people want to come and hang out with their family after or before sessions, we offer a lot of water opportunities also.
We do. Families love Lake Lawn, and everybody loves Lake Lawn.
Yeah. So it's a great place to have a family retreat too. I think is what we're trying to get. It's just one of the many ways that we can accommodate church groups.
Right. Been dealing with them for many, many years.
Yeah, and
they have a special place in my heart.
I'm sure people enjoy it too.
They do.
So bring your group and come and have fun at Lake Lawn, right? What do they do if they want to book something?
You can go online under Lake Lawn Resort and go under gatherings and create an RFP under the religious. Scroll down and it will be under the religious groups, and then you can fill that out, or you can email me at M for Michelle, Adkins, ADKINS, at Lake Lawn Resort, and I would be happy to assist you in any way.